All right, let's move on to our Superintendent Advisory Council's curriculum.
As you just saw tonight, so that's good.
We can check that off. Okay, Facilities Committee.
Facilities, Laura had asked about, I should say, Mr. Ruska asked about an additional agenda item. We started to prepare a list. We're expecting to receive a report from our new architect on our life safety and facilities plan, first draft, hopefully by the end of this month, and then I'll be pulling in the Facility Advisory Council and start preparing that list and how that project will look, and if we need a community committee to start looking at those repairs. Remember, there is about a 2-month layover to that. We have to submit that stuff to the state. I did forward an email to the board today. We went back to Environ, who did that the community study for the pool, and requested some additional information. They responded today, so I'll be reviewing that, and then also meeting on that with the Facilities Council and Legal Counsel to see is there anything, or I shouldn't say Legal Counsel, with our architect to see if there's anything moving forward with the pool issue.
Will that happen to me?
To be determined.
Okay.
Kevin, I already read the report. I think the sooner we move forward with something on it, the better.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think there's anything to make a comment about tonight.
No.
Yeah.
Until I have some time to vet it through the proper channels.
But the question would be, when does that come to the board where we can all talk about that?
I'm hoping in May.
Okay.
The pool one. I'm hoping sooner than later.
Okay.
But getting it today, I think we need to work it through our architect and some other people, and then say, here's our next step. And I will bring that to the board. And then Joel is already working on with Tim in regards to, we filled out a FEMA form today to claim anything that was damaged or flooded or impacted with the flood waters, to just see if there's anything that we can do with insurance or help with covering any repairs, overtime, or debris removal. We also are looking at the field, like as I stated earlier, field turf people come out and inspect the field turf. The roofer and McHugh are coming out to investigate why there is a leak in a new portion of the building, and that should be happening later this week. So that's pretty much it with the general facilities report.
I think one thing we need to look at is where we had the leaks, especially at girls' locker room.
Why it's still leaking now?
Or why is it coming out of a wall? You know what I mean? So
I think it's 1 million less gallons. Several years later, we have that going for us.
all right.
But I think we should look into each time trying to improve until maybe someday we can stop the leaks.
I will say right now, the field house did not have any leaks, right?
None to my knowledge.
I have a question, Kevin. Has the girls' locker room leaked before rains? Did it come to the wall before, or was it just this one when the water table was?
Mostly we get it at the in some of those storage room A, storage room B1, and some of those places where we've had issues before. What Joel's trying to keep an eye on is whether or not this is related to a storm drain running underneath or along that wall. Because you could almost put your even on Saturday morning when I was here at 6 o'clock when I sent that update to the board. I mean, we went outside and you just put your ear by any of the storm drains and it was like waterfall.
The intensity,
so we don't know if the intensity of that
the
is.
intensity of the storm was way different than previous years.
I have not been. It has not been brought to my knowledge about the girls' wall leaking. And it's not out of a drain, or it's like
It's out of the wall.
out of the wall.
Yeah.
And I will say right now, when I went down there Friday seeing the water come out, it wasn't clear water. So it wasn't a sewer water, it was a clear water coming out. So.
Kevin, is this foundation leak going to be considered as part of the life safety study?
We've already noted it. Everything that the board got with facility damage and where things are leaking were identified to the architect as well.
Okay, anything else, any questions on facilities? Finance?
Any update on the tennis courts?
In regards to...
Did you see more buckling with cement after the flood? Maybe.
That was underwater with the track on Thursday, and it dried up pretty quick, but the problem is that now that we're trying to, I had to cancel meets and practices is trying to get 2 straight days where we can keep everybody off it to grind those cracks. So we're just trying to find a time when it's dried out and we can do that work.
We had last year's weather this year.
Right.
We're trying to offer a fishing club on First Avenue.
Personnel, no news at this time, and policy, I'm looking to try to schedule something for the next week, or the first week of May, so that we can get that voted on in May.
Can you add 2 things to that, or to when we bring it forward, Kevin? One is on the exhibit on 330, it's policy 330, it shows our organization chart. We should update it. It doesn't reflect our current administration. And the second thing is, are you still considering proposing having a professional, have an ISB review our administrative procedures to...
Yeah, I need to see where our budget comes in.
Okay. Well, are you going to propose it?
Right.
See if it gets axed more than... I mean, you want to try to do it.
Yeah,
with money,
it's
right?
about $6,000.
6,000, okay.
Okay, let's move to.
I have a question on policy. There was a lot in the policy this time, and there was a substantial amount on the social media. Are you proposing or thinking about maybe having an extended period where we need to talk about that?
Yeah, we would put it as a council meeting to talk about it.
What the process would be is we bring it to the advisory council, then we bring it to a cow, and then we would vote on it. So we would have it, the whole board would see it at least 2 times. And you've had it in also for an additional month. So how long do you want to discuss it would be up to the board on that, the 2 nights it's on the agenda.
She's asking, you want to make sure there's time to discuss social media when it comes up for the second reading?
Well, that looked new. There was a substantial portion when I was reading through that and given the one-to-one devices and everything. And I was just wondering, does it behoove us to bring that out in public more, especially with your intent to consider going to one-to-one device or moving in that direction? It seemed like a significant change. It wasn't just a word change or...
I can review it, and
It seemed like a lot.
I didn't even read that detail.
Did you read them yet, Matt?
I didn't, I'm like,
That was-
I wait until he sets the meeting usually, and then I
That's
start
right.
reading them.
No,
Plus, we also have some other one, because we were at that ISA, that West 40 conference dinner. Remember we brought the social media? You gave us some reference points.
We have a social media chart. We do a social media training day here with the students,
Yeah.
online bullying and all that stuff. So
There was quite a bit
Yeah,
in this
I've looked at it.
offering. It looks as the Illinois Association of School Boards and that are really
Did you say
gearing up for
3:30?
one-to-one and a change.
3:30.
Okay,
The exhibit.
anything else?